Welcome to Lunarium. COVID cases are on the rise worldwide, and here in America, COVID is spreading at an exponential rate. According to the World Health Organization's COVID dashboard, there have been 1,032,702 new American cases in the last 7 days. Hospital beds are filling up, and health experts are sounding the alarm. I've seen posts on social media where people are bemoaning the fact that we might go into another lockdown, and I legitimately don't understand this mentality. We never left lockdown. The pandemic has continued to spread and has continued to pose a serious risk. Over 1.3 million people across the world have died from COVID-19, 243,758 of which were Americans. I think some people have felt like quarantine lifted because the government has allowed schools, movie theaters, bars, restaurants, nightclubs, casinos, zoos, aquariums, and even theme parks like Disney World to open to a limited capacity. Look, I love Disney. Isn't that right, Flynn? He says that's right. Almost nothing makes me happier than going to Disneyland. But why in the hell are people going to Disney World during a pandemic? Your desire to ride Rise of the Resistance after eating Dole Whip is more important than the lives of every Disney cast member and person you encounter as you travel to get there? Seriously, what's wrong with you? Basically, the government has decided that the economy is more important than people's lives. So instead of locking down the country, by which I mean canceling rents, mortgages, and loans, and paying people to stay home, the government has allowed people to behave in ways that spread COVID. There's a reason why America has the most cases of COVID and the most deaths across the world, and it's because many people in America are not taking this pandemic seriously. About a couple months ago, it started to seem like people just decided they were over quarantine. They started eating out at restaurants, taking vacations, throwing parties. Some people are still wearing masks when they interact with people outside of their household. Attempts are made at social distancing, but the reality is that people play fast and loose with those practices, especially after they've been drinking. It's been honestly destabilizing to see my social media feed filled up with people taking vacation pics and, shots with friends. Are we living in the same reality? Did I just make up the pandemic? According to NPR, the U.S. Surgeon General cites pandemic fatigue as the reason why COVID cases are once again on the rise. Basically, people are tired of quarantine. They're tired of being cooped up inside their homes. They're tired of not being able to go out and do fun things. They're tired of not being able to see their family and friends. And I get that. I'm tired too. And the things that we need to do in order to keep ourselves and others safe do have a legitimate impact on mental health. Your pandemic fatigue, your boredom, your desire to return to what's comforting and familiar, the fact that the pandemic and quarantine exacerbates your mental illness, your loneliness, your anger at being told what to do, your grief over losing your previous lifestyle, all of that is 100% valid. Your feelings are your feelings, and you are absolutely entitled to them. However, we all need to be doing more to take the pandemic seriously. And this means, and I know you all aren't going to want to hear this, not celebrating Thanksgiving and the following holidays in the ways that you normally do. It is simply unsafe to travel to see family outside your city. It is unsafe to stay at a family member's house or a hotel. It is unsafe to eat a meal indoors with people who aren't in your household. And we do know that people celebrating holidays with their family are likely to increase the amount of people who have COVID. And we know this because, according to Time, Canada saw a surge in their already rising COVID numbers exactly 2 weeks after Canadian Thanksgiving, which was October 12th. I know holidays are important to a lot of people. There is a lot of religious association or tradition or memories of people who have passed on in every ritual and recipe that we practice on holidays. Also, there's a reason why most cultures in the Northern Hemisphere celebrate holidays in November, December, and January. This time of year can be really depressing. The days are short, it gets cold, all the leaves that fall from the trees and then rot on the ground are an unescapable metaphor for our own eventual death and decay. Is that just me? That might just be me and my depression talking. Regardless, holidays give us something to look forward to during a time that can just feel really dark. With all of this in mind, let's talk about the ways that you can cope with pandemic fatigue and celebrate the holidays that are important to you without risking yourself and others. Decorate your home for the holidays. Really go all out. Cover your home in leaf garlands or twinkle lights or whatever makes you feel festive. It's a good way to feel like you're celebrating the holiday even though you can't do it in the ways that you normally do. Have a virtual celebration. Eat Thanksgiving dinner on Zoom. Make a game out of it by seeing who can post the most pictures of their celebration, or who makes the prettiest pie, or who wears the ugliest sweater. Talk about all of the wonderful holidays that you've celebrated together and how you're looking forward to doing so again soon. Make holiday meals for yourself. Even if you live alone, this is a good opportunity to learn a family recipe or just to improve your cooking in general. You could also learn a new recipe that you can then introduce to your family celebration next year. Take up a hobby. Remember that period of quarantine where it seemed like everyone was learning how to bake bread? Let's bring that back. Or if you don't like baking, you could try cooking or drawing or collage or puzzles or gardening, sewing, embroidery, knitting, woodworking, home brewing. There's basically an endless list of things that you can try. Improve your skills. You have an opportunity to practice consistently, which is the best way to get better at something. I've been practicing makeup during quarantine. I still have a lot to learn, but that's part of the fun, and I think I am getting better. Improve your home. Almost all of us have a closet that could use organizing, or clothes that we need to pull out of our wardrobe and donate, or windows that need washing, that kind of thing. Maybe now's a good time to try a statement wall, like that one you've been admiring on Pinterest. Or you could rearrange your furniture or get new artwork. You should be spending a lot more time at home, so it's important that your home is a place that you feel happy in. Set up virtual hangouts with friends and family. Check up on those people that you haven't heard from in a while. Connect with those people that you think about, but it's been so long since you've spoken that you feel weird about reaching out. Chances are that they think about you too and would be happy to hear from you. Journal. Getting what you feel out onto either a journal that you actually write in or using the dictation feature of your word processor can really help to make your feelings seem more bearable. See a therapist. Click the link above to see my video about how to find the right therapist that's going to be helpful for you. Play games. Maybe you just finished the Queen's Gambit and are feeling inspired to play chess. Even if you live alone, you can play against digital opponents, or you can pretend to be a chess genius and play yourself. Maybe there's a video game that seems fun. Even if you don't have a console, there are a lot of great games that are available on PC. Or try a role-playing game like Dungeons & Dragons. That can be a really great way to combine virtual hangouts and playing a game. Or, if no games appeal to you, create your own. Get a pet or foster a pet. This is especially useful if you're feeling touch deprived. I know that nothing can replace being hugged by a person that you love, but there is something so wonderful about having my cat purring on my chest. Also, if you're working from home, now might be the perfect time to get a puppy or a kitten because you're going to be around more and you'll be able to give them the extra care and attention that they need. Read. Return to a book that makes you happy, or try something new. Step outside your preferred genre. Also, remember that audiobooks are available if you prefer listening to visual reading. Educate yourself on important topics. Check out the many anti-racist reading lists that people were sharing on social media this summer. Nothing has really been fixed since then, and yes, I do mean including after the election. And there's still so much work that needs to be done. Listen to podcasts. There are so many podcasts available that there's bound to be one that suits your interests. Watch movies or shows. I don't think we should go back to the Tiger King era of quarantine, but I do think you should take advantage of the fact that there are more titles to watch online than ever before. Exercise. Exercise really does help, especially if you're feeling cooped up in your home. Just remember to wear a mask if you're going to be exercising outside and could come into contact with others, like if you walk or jog or bike ride, that kind of thing. And remember, this is only temporary. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any other tips for how people can celebrate holidays during quarantine, or just how people can get through quarantine in general. Also, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Please take care of yourselves. Until next time, bye.